there was a war that continued for 40 days. And actually, it is still uh, continuing at a lower level, like there have been attacks in Lebanon, and Israel is still appears reluctant. So when you have a war going on for that long, in modern times, a 40-day war is very long. See, so peace doesn't happen overnight. Things don't get settled. There has been no. Remember one thing. I mean, the media tend to miss these fine lines between things. I mean, for the media to say that there has been an understanding, it is not very convincing. It doesn't look good enough. So they always try to go a step ahead, and they will say, "Oh, there has been an agreement." It's not an agreement. Remember, there has been understanding to cease fire, which is to halt the fighting, not end the fighting, to halt the fighting. Like both sides are still sitting in their trenches with their weapons on and everything. It just halted the fighting. So there will be an agreement when the talks in Islamabad start, which now, according to the White House, are starting on Saturday morning, and the White House is sending Vice President J.D. Vance, Mr. Witkoff, and Mr. Kushner to Islamabad to participate in these talks. And Iran, we are hoping that Iran will also send equally senior. Obviously, J.D. Vance is not going to talk to us junior Iranian officials. If that happened, then talk would fail. So Iran may even send its president. Then they will sit together. They will come with their teams. They will come with their demands, both sides, and they will talk out, hammer out an agreement, and then they will sign it, and that is when it will become an agreement. Okay? So before that happens, there will be all sorts of things said by both sides. And even after the agreement, both sides will interpret it according to their interests. That is how it is done in diplomacy. I mean, like, let's look at this agreement, this understanding that was reached on Tuesday. Americans are already saying that it is a victory for them, it's a win for them, and they have been able to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The Iranians are saying that it is a victory for them because they have been able to persuade Americans and through them Israel to stop war on all fronts. Naturally, now this is the Iranian interpretation, this is the American interpretation. So when there are tensions, when there has been a war, when there is a lack of trust between two nations, so you will not see things improving overnight. I think Washington will take this up with Israel. Must have been discussing it because Washington knows that if the fighting continues in Lebanon, then the situation will remain tense. But as I said earlier, this is not going to happen overnight because the Israeli position is that whatever the ceasefire or the understanding has been reached, it is about Iran, not about Lebanon. So Lebanon is separate. But Iran will try to persuade Washington to get involved and stop the fighting in Lebanon as well. So I think we need some more time for the fighting to stop in Lebanon. I mean, that must be one of the concerns. I mean, if there is fighting on any front, it can always undo the understanding. It can always derail the peace process. It can end the ceasefire. But we have to, before starting passing judgments on these things, first we need to wait for the talks to start. All these things will only be tackled in the talks. I mean, right now, Israel will continue to say that this understanding or this sort of ceasefire agreement not the real agreement, but the ceasefire agreement does not apply to Lebanon or does not apply to other places. And Iran will say, okay, if it does not apply to Lebanon, then we will continue attacking, say, the Gulf states, because, okay, there is ceasefire in Iran, but not in the Gulf states. But I think things will not lead to that. And before when the talk starts, both sides will be able to find a solution to all these issues. Plus, I'm keeping my fingers crossed because it is very important for our region. It's more important for us than for Washington to have peace in that region, especially for Pakistan, because that war is already having a huge impact on our economy. And if it gets out of hand, then it will have a direct impact on Pakistan. We have 500-kilometer long border with Iran. We have people in Pakistan, and I would say the majority that has sympathy for Iran, and it can create a very nasty situation in Pakistan as well. It has been appreciated. You saw President Trump's statement praising both the Prime Minister and the Chief of the Defense Staff, Field Marshal Asim Munir. And the fact that Washington has agreed to send Vice President J.D. Vance, despite security risks, to Islamabad, that is the biggest endorsement of Pakistan's efforts, the biggest recognition of Pakistan's efforts. If the talks are held as scheduled, if the U.S. Vice President's visit Islamabad, it will be the first visit of that senior leader from the U.S. in decades. There has not been a vice presidential level of visit or even a secretary level visit to Pakistan for many, many years. So that is the biggest appreciation, isn't it? Netanyahu is an independent-minded person. He has his own agenda, which is to protect Israel's interests, to try to weaken every country that could pose a threat to Israel. And Iran is top on the list, and so is Lebanon. He has already diffused the opposition that he could have faced from, say, Syria or from Iraq. Those have been neutralized. They're not in a position to pose any threat to Israel anymore. He has good relations with some Gulf countries. Saudi Arabia does not recognize Israel, but it doesn't get involved in any fight. So far, Iran is the only country that is seen as a threat in Israel. So Netanyahu, will try to pursue his agenda, but I think the United States is in a position to influence the decision making in Jerusalem or Tel Aviv, and in persuading Israeli leaders to pay attention to what Washington is saying. All of these, plus more. You saw that Iran has presented a 10-point agenda. Washington had earlier presented a 15-point agenda, and they will discuss all those points, and then they'll try to reach an understanding on some of those. Usually when these kinds of talks are held, there is an understanding on 3 or 4 points only. Other points are just postponed for further talks. So even if they just agree on a long-term ceasefire, that will be a big achievement. I don't think that there will be an agreement on each of these points presented by either Iran or the United States. But even if they agree on stopping the war for a long period, if Iran gets the assurance that there is not going to be any attack on Iran in the near future, that will be a big thing.